everybody for this session. Okay, another day, and we are continuing with your journey of programming. I hope the people who are watching might have watched previous days. Okay, if you're not, okay, you can go back and check them, and so that would be a great help if you are starting. Okay, so today. It will be one of the interesting session. So as some of the major things we are seeing in programming will be covered. Okay, so I want your focus, and there will be a session where we'll be practically applying those things, and we'll be seeing one by one. So if I want to recap the previous session, I will just shortly say we have discussed about the okay, different platforms, and also we have seen some of the installation procedures. Okay, and also we have seen what is meant by variable. Okay, and how it is assigned, and so on. So that is some of the brief recap of this previous session, and we also seen some of the rules which we need to follow while declaring a variable. Okay, so let me just open that to you. Okay, so this is the thing. Yeah, so this is what we seen. We have seen the first program while using the print statement. Okay, and we also see how we can declare the variable. Okay, and how the multiple variables can be declared at a time. Okay, so this is what we are seeing. Okay, and also if you remember, yes, we have declared, we have used a print statement, and we have just we did our first program, that is a follow world. Okay, right. These are some of the rules we have seen, and also one of the rule which I forgot to mention is a thing while declaring the name of a variable, you cannot use the keywords. Okay, so for example, okay, suppose I can not use things such as for equal to 18. Okay, while we will see. Okay, if I just see print of for, okay, let us see what will happen. Okay, see, so here I'm getting a error showing that it is invalid. Okay, why it is invalid? Because for is a keyword, okay, which is present in the Python library itself. So I cannot use the same name, same keywords which are mentioned in Python. So that is why it is getting me a error. Okay, so there are such a certain keywords for, if, okay, else. Okay, so so you cannot use those keywords as variable names. So that is what you need to uh, concentrate, or else you need to take care of while naming a variable in Python. Okay, so yeah, so this is one of the thing you need to concentrate while naming a variable. Okay, so you cannot use the keywords. Okay, this is what other important rule, okay, which I didn't cover in the previous session. So just now I have gone through that uh, rules, and I'm able to figure it out like this was not covered. Okay, so this is what you need to keep in mind. Okay, right. So with that, we'll be seeing some of the important concepts of data types. Okay, so let us understand like what is a data type, and what are the types we are having. Okay, one by one. Okay, so just let me open a thing. Right. Okay, so these are the data types. Okay, which we can see in Python. Okay, so first thing, integer. Okay, right. And if you just want to see how we can represent an integer, so we can use a keyword such as int. Okay, and as I previously discussed, Okay, Python is a dynamically typed language. Okay, so you need not mention any kind of thing such as integer, but we will use int in certain cases. Okay, we will see them while applying practically, but you don't okay get confused now. Just remember, you can use int if you want to use an integer. Okay, that is not mandatory. While we need those, we will be using. Okay, it is not mandatory every time you use int before declaring integer. Okay, so we already seen this. Okay, Python is a dynamically typed language. Okay, it can always recognize the things, and it can classify the elements. Okay, but for now you just remember int. Okay, is a word that is used to refer integer types. Okay, and also example, simply we can say any number. Okay, 25, 78. Okay, positive numbers and negative numbers. Okay, that can be anything, and this will be a data type, comes under data type integer. Okay, and next is we can say float, right? Float is again we can represent by keyword float. Okay, but again it is also a dynamically typed. Okay, and also every time we will not use float, but certain necessities, okay, in certain cases only we are just using float, and that will also we will be seeing while applying practical. Just keep in mind, for now we'll be using float. Okay, that is it. Okay, and certain examples are 1.0, okay, 2.532, and okay, if you are using a decimals, then we'll be seeing those kind of things such as float. Okay, right. I hope my voice is getting clear. If not, you just mention in the chat. Okay. So yeah. Next, again, we'll be using strings. Okay. Strings is something like we can represent by keywords str. Okay. And some of the examples are hello. Okay. MSMF, etc. Okay. Suppose you are using a, a double quote. Okay, you can using any data that is represented double quote, that is by default will be considered as string. Okay, don't forget this, string should be always represented in a double quotes. Okay, in Python. Fine, right. So this is something about strings you need to take care. And also there is a list. Okay, a data type called as a list. Okay, which will be represented as list. Okay, then there is a thing such as list contains a collection of elements. Okay, not a only particular one element, but it will be having a collection of elements. So that is why we consider it as a uh, collection of elements. Deals with list deals with the collection of elements, and the elements can be same type or else a different type also. So what do I mean by that? Because here you can see here example 87 comma 45 comma, and there is a string. Okay, why I'm calling it a string, because this is mentioned in a double quote, right? So this is what it is. Okay, Python. So list can be having integer type, and also string type, float. Okay, or it can be heterogeneous. Simply I can say it can be heterogeneous because uh, it can have the different kind of types at the same time. Okay, it is a collection, right? And dictionary, we'll be using keyword dict in order to refer to dictionary. So keep in mind we'll be using dict. Okay, dict. Okay, and next, in dictionary, so there is a, you can always use this is called curly braces. Okay, whatever you're seeing here. So this is curly braces, and in that there will be a key, and also there will be a value. Okay, so always remember in dictionary data type we'll be using two a pair such as key and value. Okay, right. So here I'm using name as a keyword. Okay, and value is Robin. Okay, so key, this is a key. Whatever that is present before the colon is a key, and whatever the thing that is present after the colon is value. Okay, dictionary. So it is very simple to understand, right? So while you are browsing, or else while you are seeing through any meaning, okay, in a dictionary, Suppose you want to find out the meaning of word, let's say crux, okay, crux, crux is there. What you will do, you will just see, you will just go and see that word in that particular okay, C alphabets, and you will just try to find out what is its name, okay, such as what is its meaning. Okay, so similarly it works. Okay, here also we will be searching by a keyword name. Okay, so and also there is another example such as age, okay, which is a string. That's why we have placed in a double quote. So don't ever forget that, always place a string in a double quote. And here number, age is 78, let's say. So that's why as it is a numeral, okay, we didn't use any double quote here. Okay, and dictionary consists of key and value. Always remember this. Okay, we will be seeing one by one deeply, but for now it is as an introduction. So we'll be just going through overview of it. Okay, next there is another data type called as tuples. Okay, and in tuples we will be using a keyword tup. Okay, and here tuple will be placed in a parenthesis. Okay, so this is for here given in the given example, you can see 45, 87, and height. Okay, it is also having different kind of data types in it. Okay, tuple can, it is also a collection of elements. Okay, so if you want to see, sir, you just said a list is also a kind of data type which is having a collection of elements. Tuple is also a data type which is also having collection of elements. So if you want to understand what is the difference, I'll be dealing with that in a minute. So just keep watching. Yeah, next there is another data type called as set. Okay, and here we'll be representing with a keyword called as set. Okay, now so it is like uh, you can just see there are some elements. Okay, it is also a collection of element only, but it will not be in ordered format. Okay, so here we are having high, it is a string. That's why we are just placed it in a quotes. Okay, double quotes. And also we are having another string, okay, such as welcome, right? So another data type we are having here, which is called as Boolean. Let's see about it. Okay, we'll be representing it by BOOL, bool. Okay, and it is having only just two cases, true or false. Okay, so this is what Boolean will have. Okay, it is having only two cases, which has true or false. Okay, uh, so next. So before I'll just make you to understand the differences between list, tuple, set, and dictionary. Okay, I just want you to think like why there are these data types and what is the importance of this. Okay, why? What is the purpose? Okay, without any purpose, we are not studying anything. Okay, so there will be a purpose behind everything. So that's what great philosophers and scientists will opinion that. Okay, so without a purpose we're not learning anything. So why, what is the important purpose, okay, behind these data types? Okay, so we can say that data types will help us in efficient managing of a memory. Okay, that is one of the purpose. So it will help in efficient managing of a memory. Okay, memory usage. So while you are running a program, you are obviously using your computer memory. Fine. So if you want to use that uh, memory efficiently, so this data types will help you. Okay, so if you're not wasting more memory space in your system. Okay, so and also it also allows you to organize your data. Okay, this data types will help you to organize your data. Okay, in that way you can just easily access the data whenever you want. Okay, without wastage of much time. Okay, and also it is like helps you to execute faster, and also find an element. Okay, or else you want to process an element. Okay, that will be happening in a faster way. Okay, if you're not using a data type, maybe it will take a very huge time. But with this usage of data type, your execution and also your processing will be faster. Okay, and also different operations you can perform on this data types. Okay, so it will also help you to easily identify the errors also. Okay, fine. So now we'll be seeing these key differences of this. Okay, list, tuple, set, dictionary. Since all of them are having the same thing, such as collection of elements, many people might have like confusions in that. So I will be just okay making this easy. Okay, so see here, a list. Okay, list is like a collection of ordered data. Okay, collection of ordered data, and tuple is also the collection of ordered data. Okay, but coming to set, okay, it is like the data will be unordered. Okay, we cannot make it in a ordered format. Okay, and also coming to dictionary here, it is like unordered collection, and as I discussed just now, it is like a pair which will be having key and a value. Okay, so it is having a key and a value, particularly a dictionary. Okay, now if you just go for the other thing, so in list you can see you can use square brackets. Okay, you need to place them in square brackets. See here in the example I have listed here, so here I'm using a square bracket. Okay, here I'm using a square bracket, fine. And also in tuple I'm using a parenthesis, so observe here. So in tuple I have used parenthesis. Okay, so that's what it is, and the difference. And also in set, if you just observe, okay, we'll be using curly braces. See here, in set we have used curly braces. Okay, and dictionary also it will be enclosed on the curly braces. Okay, now and next, if you want to understand other difference, list they are like mutable. Okay, lists are mutable in the sense they can be changed. Okay, the elements in this list can be changed. Okay, so that's why we can simply call it as mutable. And also, what about in tuple? Tuple is immutable. Okay, so we cannot change once you place the elements in that. Okay, you cannot change it. So that is what immutable means. Okay, so you can just think like a example such as okay, you have just packed something. Okay, you have packed some elements, and you just sealed it. Okay, so then if you just give it to someone, they cannot change because it is sealed. Okay, you can assume like that. Okay, sealed package. Okay, so obviously if someone breaks it, they can open, but if you want to compare it like that, I can say a simple example. So it is like a sealed kind of packet. Nobody is allowed to change it. It is illegal. Okay, you can just remember like that. And also, okay, if I want to give another example, if you just see for a list also, I can assume it as an application. Whereas, see, you're just shopping in a complex and you're carrying a trolley bag. Okay, so you will be placing all those elements there. Okay, whatever you are shopping you are placing there. Okay, suppose if you are shopping for soaps, you will be placing in one same trolley bag. Okay, and also if you are shopping so any other suppose you are placing rice into that same bag. Okay, same trolley. And so some face creams, whatever. Okay, different kind of things you are placing in a same trolley bag. So that is what list is. Okay, you can place a different kind of elements into that. Okay, and in tuple it is not changeable. Okay, it is like a sealed. Okay, next coming to set, it is it is mutable, but what you can should note down is it will not allow any duplicate values. Suppose if you are using a set of elements such as 2, 3, 4, 5, you cannot again use 2 since it was already used. Okay, but in list it is possible. Okay, right. This is what the main difference here. Okay, and also okay in dictionary, it is mutable. Okay, next. So coming to list, it is indexed based. Okay, we'll be seeing what is index. Index is like you are numbering. Okay, you are numbering the elements in the string. Okay, elements in the list. Okay, so we number the elements in the list. Okay, why we will number? Just for simply okay, for faster accessing the elements. Okay, we'll number. Okay, next, it is also tuple is also of index based. You can also easily find out where I by using a index. Okay, so it is also we can access by numbers. Okay, right. And also set, if you observe, it is not an index space. Okay, you cannot give it index for that. Okay, since the elements will be completely changing. Okay, next, dictionary also we cannot index it. Okay, right. Now, so this is what the importance of data types. Okay, so types, we have seen the types and also the purpose. Now let us go back and execute something. So we have seen about the comments. Okay, I will be opening another tab. Okay, so here uh, now we'll be going with the data types. We'll be starting. Okay, before that, if you just want to understand, just you see what is a string. Okay, for indexing, it will be helpful. Okay, so let me just keep a heading. Okay, so this is what it is using hashtag. So indexing the elements, and also just a second. Okay, so we'll be just entering this each let me say each data types. Okay, so next is a thing, I'll be opening this. Okay, suppose there is a thing such as numbers. Okay, let me take num. Okay, so there are certain elements in it. Okay, so let me say 10. Okay, and 20, 30. Okay, 45. What? Okay, so, so I am enclosing it in a parenthesis. So what kind of thing it is? It is a tuple. Okay. So this is a, so I'm writing here, comment, this is a tuple. Fine. Okay. So just observe. So if I want to access the first element, okay, I will do print of. Okay, I hope it is clear. Okay. Now it is visible, right? So I'll be using print of. Okay, what is the variable name? You need to type that. So I have kept the variable name as num. So I'm just typing num. Okay, num of. So here you need to use square bracket. Okay, of 0 and close a bracket. Okay, so let me just run this and check. Right, it is 10. Okay, for running you can just use a shortcut, that is control plus enter. Okay, so here I am getting an output as 10. So 0, so if these elements are indexed, okay, starting from 0. So always remember, we start indexing from 0, not from 1. Okay, maybe in practical case as a human we'll be counting from 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. But always in programming, remember, we will be indexing from 0, number 0. So this is the important thing you need to keep in mind. Okay, so some people will just do an error in counting this. I'll be counting from 1, but that is not the case. Always start indexing from 0. Okay, that is what happens in programming. Okay, always remember, we'll be indexing from 0. Okay, right. So now if you just understand, if I want to index the last value, what it can be. Suppose if I want to know the value of if I not want to know the value 45, okay, index of 45, if I want to access 45, then what we'll do? So I will simply just count here. So 10 is 0, 20 is 1, 30 is 2, 45 is 3. Okay, so I will just say print of, okay, whatever the variable name you are given and whatever the thing you want to place in square brackets. So 3. Okay, so I'll close the bracket. I'll just click enter. Right, so I'm getting 45. Right, and here you observe here index can also be a negative value. Okay, so let me just say this is a positive indexing. Okay, indexing. Now I'll do one thing, print of, okay, and whatever the variable name I have given, print of variable name of, let me type here -1 and see what will happen. Okay, -1 and close the bracket. Okay, I will just running this. Yes, see here, I'm getting the output as 45, right? So for index 3 and index -1, the output is same, right? So what is my understanding? So from reverse direction also, you can index the elements in the list or tuple, okay, whatever. So so from reverse direction, don't start from zero. Okay, that is what, okay, I want to make you understand. So don't start from zero. Start from -1. Since we are calling it as negative index, you cannot start from zero. So okay, zero is neither positive nor negative. So that is why. So while negative indexing, always remember, okay, start from -1. Okay, this is negative indexing. I'm just placing in a comment. So remember, negative index starts from, okay, negative indexing will start from -1. Okay, start from -1. Fine. So this is what you need to understand. So positive index and negative index. Positive index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, while you want to index it in a negative direction, just start from -1. Okay, so this is what about indexing the elements. So in a list or tuple, okay, or you can index the element. So I'm just going back to his, see here. So list and tuple, okay, you can index the elements, but that is not possible in what, set or dictionary. Okay, so always remember these two are the things you can index, but set and dictionary, these data types you cannot apply indexing. Okay, right. So let me go back. Right. So this is what it is, and I just take the other thing. And suppose I will be seeing about the data types uh, step by step. Okay, see here. So what is here? Let us see. So I will be keeping a heading. So data types introduction. Okay, right. So suppose if I am using a, okay, a equal to, let's just say 78. Okay, now I'm just want to know what kind of data type it is. Okay, right. So how you need to know? So just use print of, okay, and also use type of, and whatever the variable name you have given. I given a, so I'm placing a here. Close the brackets and just hit run. Okay, now it is mentioning here as its class is int, so it is automatically taking it as an integer type. But here I didn't declare it anywhere. Okay, so apart from other languages, so if you just see take any other languages such as uh, suppose C or else Java. Okay, you need to mention, okay, what kind of data type you are using, okay, before declaring the variable. Okay, so that is not the case with Python. Okay, so suppose take another example. Okay, suppose I'm taking another b equal to let me say 0.785. Okay, if you are using a decimal numbers, that is comes under the data type of float. Okay, we already discussed this. Okay, now let us say I didn't declare any name, any data type before the variable name. Okay, so now I want to know whether Python will okay, get it correct or not. So print off. So if you want to know the data type, just use a keywords called as type. Okay, type of B, right? And close the brackets. Okay. Now if I run this, see, I'm getting it as in data type as float. Okay, right? And this is what it is. Okay. Suppose I'm taking another thing. C equal to, let me say true. Okay, I'm taking true, right? So we know there is a data type called as Boolean, okay, where it can accept only two things, such as true or false. Okay, so now I want to know it. Print of, okay, I want to see what type it is. Okay, I didn't declare anywhere, okay, about that. I just used, I'm assigned true here. I'm assigned true to the variable name C. Okay, so type of C. Fine. Now I close this. I'm just running. See here, it is already okay, recognize it as data type as Boolean. Okay, right? So this is why we call Python as a dynamic language. Okay, right? Now, so I'm taking another one. Okay, D equal to, let's say things such as 3 plus, okay, J4. Okay, right. So I have declared a complex number. So here, so just say whether Python will get it right. Print of type of D. Okay. Let me put enter. I got okay, okay. I did a error. 4J maybe. Okay, just a second. Right. So don't place J in front of a number. So place after that. Okay. So that is what the error I made. Right. So 3 plus 4J. Right. See here, I declared a complex number. I didn't anywhere specify that I am declaring as complex variable to the Python. Okay. But it has recognized it as a complex number and had given me the output as complex. See here. So this is what the advantage of using Python. Okay. So as a user, I'm very much okay. It is giving me now easy way. Okay. Right. See here, and again I'm using another thing. Let me say E equal to. Uh, let me take uh, Python. Okay, and close the bracket. Okay. I'm just want to see what type it is. Okay. Print of type of P. Okay. Right. So, you know, if you are enclosing in double quotes, it is a string. Okay. So just hit enter and it is declaring it as string. Okay. Right. Now I'll be going to another thing. So let me take other. Suppose you have just included double quotes and you just say 1, 2, 3 or typed. Okay. You type a number actually, but you are placing double quotes. What will be the output? Okay, if anybody just want to answer, just you can comment in the section. Okay, if I use 1, 2, 3, okay, but I am actually using a numerical. Okay, I'm using an integer, but I have placed it in a 1, 2, 3. Okay, so then what will be the output? Okay, whether it is a string or an integer. Okay, you can just answer if you are watching. You just leave a response there, right? So here, let me check type of F. Okay, so run this. See here, I got a data type as string. Why? Because I used double quotations. Okay, so that is why you're getting a data type as string. Okay, so these are all the things we have just now seen. Every data type. Okay, Python is able to recognize. Okay, what if we are not using anything? Okay, G equal to just you say Python. Okay, and you are just using print of type of G. What will happen? Yes, you will get an error. Okay, because name Python is not defined. If you're not using a quotation double quotes, okay, for a string, okay, it will declare it as an error. Okay, so only for keywords you will not use double quotes. Except other than keywords, you need to use double quotes. That is one of the rules in Python. Okay, so that's why I got an error here. Okay, and if I place double quotes, everything will be okay now. Okay, so right, so if I just say now I'm getting a thing as string. Okay, so these are some of the things. Okay, and uh, let me just okay go through another important function. Okay, I'll be doing this. Let me just understand the concept of input function. Okay, I'll just change this one. Okay, concept of input. Okay, and output. Okay, output we have dealt print statement, but yes, okay, let's see input functions functions in Python. Okay, so let me see. Let me insert another thing. Okay, before this. Okay, so observe here. Okay, now it is clear, right? So what if okay, I just gave a name. Okay, sorry, name. Let me say. Uh, let me take a name. Let me say Bunty, Bunty. Okay, there is a name called as Bunty. Okay, I want to print name. Okay, so what you will do? Print of. You just use a variable name. Okay, and it will get Bunty. Okay, there is nothing okay great about it. But what if I want to ask the user to enter your name such that okay he will enter it dynamically. Okay, so is there anything I can do? Yes, Python has a thing called as input function. Okay, so you are asking the user instead of typing it by yourself, you're asking user to enter your name. So that is nothing but input. You need to use a keyword called as input. Okay, and open the brackets, and I'm entering a prompt here for that, for the user to understand that you need to enter the name. So enter your name. Okay, so I'm asking the user to enter his name. Fine. Okay, now let me run this. What will happen? Let us see. So yes, so it is giving me a prompt calling it as enter your name. Okay, and I am entering a name such as Bunty, Bunty, and I'm pressing the enter. Right. So it is telling Bunty. Okay. To make it interesting, I will do one thing. Okay, I'll be adding a thing called as hello. Okay, before Bunty. Okay, it will be nice. So I'll be telling hello Bunty. Okay, that will be nice. So what you will do? We just use hello dots whatever you want to place and close that in a quotations. Okay, this is a string you want to include before, and use a comma. Okay, and you just good to go now. Okay, so I'm again entering Bunty, pressing enter. So it is giving me the output, calling it as hello Bunty. Okay, or else you can also do another thing. Okay, so this is one of the way, or else you can do print of okay hello. Okay, and also use plus. Okay, close this brackets, close this quotations, and also it's plus. Okay, and you type name. Okay, this should also give you the same output. Let me run this. I'm entering multi. Okay, yes, see, both are working the same way. Okay, right? Here, if you just see, the only difference is I'm getting an additional space here because comma will actually, okay, takes a space by default. So that's why I'm getting a space after hello. And whereas in the next statement, I'm using plus. Okay, plus means like it will not add any space here. Okay, so this is what the thing. Okay, you can use this in a different manner, but the output will be the same. Okay, almost, right? This is other way of using. Okay, so this is what the input and output functions, okay, work in Python. So mainly we are concentrating on input function now. Okay, so we'll be seeing it step by step. You need not worry. Okay, right. And next, I just wanted to say how we can do types conversion in Python. Okay, so let me take another one. Okay, just a second. Mm, okay, so type conversion. Okay, I'm just keeping this as a comment for now. So type conversions in Python. Okay, so in Python, it is like there are generally two types of conversions we can say. So one is implicit conversion, okay, and other is explicit conversion. Okay, so implicit conversion in the sense the Python interpreter automatically performs the conversion. Okay, so we have an example in the above case. We didn't give any type, but it has found this. Okay, okay, this is all the example of implicit conversions only. Okay, I'm just keeping it as heading as, okay, implicit conversions. Okay, fine. So we didn't actually perform anything. It is automatically performed by the Python interpreter itself. So that is why you can call it as implicit. Okay. So we'll be dealing with explicit now. So what we will do? Type conversion in Python. We'll do explicit conversion. Explicit conversion. Okay. Right. So what do I mean by it? Let me see. Okay. Suppose there is a thing called as a equal to, okay. Let me take 12. Okay. Right. And I'm declaring another one called as b. Okay. So I'm using float. Okay. I want it as float. I don't want it as integer. Let's say. Okay. Float of, let me say, a. Okay. Right. And let us see print of, let us find the type of a. Okay, type of a. Okay, and also I want to find print of type of b also. Okay, type of b. Fine. Now let me just run this. See here, in the first case I'm getting type of a as 12, but in the second case I'm getting type of float. Okay, so now if I just print this, okay, print of b, let me say only b. Okay, just run this. See here, it has converted the 12 integer, which is an integer, to 12.0, which is a float. Okay, So this is what I did, not the interpreter, but I made the interpreter to do that. Okay. So initially I have 12, which is an integer. Okay. This is what Python know. Okay. So basically I entered a 12, and at the moment I enter the 12, Python know that it is a integer type. Okay. So that's why it has given the output such as class as integer. Okay. So, but in the second case, I have made that integer to float. Okay. And so it has given the output now as float. Okay. Now I'm asking it to print what is thing. Okay. Why you are calling it as float? So it has given that as 12.0. Okay. So this is one of the advantage of using this. Okay. Conversion. So if I just take another example. Okay. I'll use another one. Okay. So here I'm using a case keyword such as float. Okay. This is where I can use the keyword. Okay. Initially, I just said, okay, Python is a dynamic language, and we need not use any keywords. But at certain specific cases where we want conversions like this, then you can use a keyword. Okay. Next, other example is, suppose I am taking now as a, okay, equal to, let's say 12.012. Okay, right? And let me take b, another variable. Okay, I want to convert it as integer. Okay, so I'm using a keyword such as int of a. Okay, now, so let me print now, print of type. Okay, you want to find out what is the type of a. Okay, and also I also want to find what is the type of b. Okay, type of b. Okay, next I want to find out what it will print. Okay, I will do that later. Let's say let me run this. So first one, it is float. Okay, as it is like clearly visible, the decimal cases it will treat as float. Okay, next, in the second case, it is an integer, right? Okay, why? Because I'm using a keyword int. Okay, I'm converting this float value into integer. Okay, now what do you think the uh, a will be appearing like? Okay, let me print that, print of a. Okay, now, okay, so though it is didn't make any changes to the data, but it is treating this number as float. Okay, sorry, this is treating that number as integer. Okay, though it didn't remove any decimal, but if I print a, just a second, I need to print b also. Okay, fine, sorry for that. Okay, sorry, yeah. So here it is. So now if you just check here, so print of b. Okay, in b it is like storing it as an integer. So what it had done is like it has removed all this part. Okay, so I'm not seeing any numbers that are present outside of the right side of the decimals. Okay, so right side of the point, decimal point. So it has removed everything, and it is treating it as now integer, since we have mentioned that treat it as like that. Okay, so that is what the type conversions. Okay, so in this thing we have done with type conversions. Let me take another example. Okay, so if I use another keyword, suppose I use string now. Okay, I'm just telling str. Okay, str, let me say Mahesh. Okay, and also uh, I want to know, I want to convert the string into float. Let me say it will convert or not. Okay, so I'm taking another one, e, or let me say e equal to, let me convert this into integer. Okay, int of str. Sorry, yeah. So now I'll print of type of str. Okay, and also I will print of type of e. Okay, let's see what will happen. Any guesses? Anybody? Just press enter. Yes, I need to get an error. Okay. Now the error is at int of str, right? Because it is a string and this string cannot be converted. Okay, strings are immutable. So that is what you need to understand. You need to we cannot convert a data type of string, okay, into any other thing. So we say strings are immutable. Okay, so this will not applicable on this. Okay, conversions we can do it on integers and floats. Okay, that's fine, but we cannot convert this. Okay, now let me take another thing. So I'm just gonna reassigning this as, let me say, 1 to 3. Okay, now let me take f equal to, okay, int of str. Okay, and I'm just want to say print of type of f. Okay, I just want to say print of f also. Okay, let me run now. Okay, I need to clear this first of all, so just let me ignore this now. How we can do is you can just place hash before everything. It will be taking as a comment. Okay, next. Okay, another hash I'll be using. Now let me run this. Check. Okay, see here. Just now I said like your strings are immutable, right? But what is the special case I'm having here is this now. This time I'm just considering string, not of a series of characters. Instead, I'll be just doing it as uh, numbers. Okay, so that is why it is possible for that to convert it as uh, this integer. Okay, let me just before that let me just print type also for clarity. So print of, if I ask it what is the type of str. Okay, it should print it as a string. Okay, now I'm running. Yes, see here. So initially it was a string. Okay, but after that I made a conversion. I want to convert it to integer. Okay, now it has converted and now it is giving me the output as 1 2 3. Okay, it has removed that quotations and gave me the input as gave me the output as 1 2 3. Okay, so that is what it is. Okay, now, this is what some of the things we can do as an implicit conversions and also as explicit conversions. Okay, so strings are mutable if and only if they just start with a characters such as letters, alphabets. Okay, you cannot do anything changes. But if you are using a number in a string and you're just enclosing in double quotations, we can perform this. Okay, there is no not a, that is not a big problem. Suppose if I want to perform another operation, let me change it to float. Okay, so I'm taking another variable g equal to, I want to perform it as float of str. Okay, right, and let me print float also. So let me print g also, variable print of g. Okay, let me just run this. Yes, it has performed the operation and it has changed that string into float, that and it has added zero point 0 since float should consist of decimals. Okay, so that is a thing. Okay, is it clear? So I hope you got an understanding of what are the basic data types and how the conversion, what is meant by implicit conversions. Implicit conversions in the sense the interpreter itself can recognize all the types based upon the declaration, based upon the assignment of the data to a variable. Okay. The moment if I enter 78 and assign it to variable, it is automatically figuring it as a class type of integer. Okay, I didn't declare it anywhere. Okay, it is similar to all the cases. Okay, and what about this? And here, explicit conversions in the sense I am as a user, I want to convert certain things to other data types. Okay, because I may have that requirement. Okay, so that is why here all these explicit conversions we did. Okay, from integers to float and float to integer. At that time we are using the keywords. Okay, for implicit no need to use, but as a user you want to convert it, then you need to use this type of keywords. Okay, float, int, okay, whatever. So here we did all the conversions. Okay, and here we did a string, but actually strings are immutable. So that's why initially we got an error. But if you place a number inside strings, then you can do a conversion. Okay, fine. So that is what we have seen today. Okay, so yeah, we'll be diving into many more concepts which are related to this data types one by one. And also in the next class, we'll be dealing with some of the operations that we can do on the data. Okay, so keep following this series. And for the people who are beginning into their programming journey, okay, I hope that this will help you a lot. Okay, and also I want you to practice. Okay, so it is always a good thing to practice and learn instead of just watching the video. Okay, in that way you will be remembering it for a long time. Okay, so thank you for this wonderful session. And also just if you're a new person, please subscribe to the channel. Okay, such that you will be getting all the notifications whenever we are conducting a live sessions. And also there are the live sessions are also happening on other topics. Okay, maybe you can find it in the playlist. Okay, and also you can, if you are preparing for competitive examinations, okay, there are a lot more things that are happening. So once check out the channel. Okay, and also check out the short videos also. So for a quick revision of the concepts, or for the quick understanding of the concepts. Okay, so thank you for watching and keep following. And if you are really find it very interesting, just hit like button. Okay, and encourage us. If you have any questions, you please ask in the comment section. We'll be happy to help you. Okay, so thank you. A good day and happy learning.